Hey guys!
Hey.
So today is Holy Monday. Yesterday was Palm Sunday. We weren't able to get our palms from church, but we did have our little project where you could make some at home. Ours are hanging up in our window so people walking by can see them. Today we're going to talk about Jesus in the temple. This is one of my favorite stories about Jesus.
Me too.
Because it shows a different side of him. He has a moment where he gets really upset and he just reacts. And usually when you think of Jesus, he was a son of God, but he's also a man. And that's a normal response. We have different emotions. Sometimes we're sad. Sometimes we're really, really happy. Sometimes we're at peace. And sometimes we get angry. And all those emotions are okay and normal and human. So I just like that it shows a different side of him because, he is the Son of God and he was very much a calm, peaceful person, but when he really got upset, he did get upset sometimes too.
Yeah, I don't know why I like the story. I just don't know why, but I like it.
All right. So just to give a little background about this one, when Jesus went into Jerusalem on his donkey and they laid down the palms, he went into the temple. And in Sunday school we've been talking a lot about how Jesus being the lamb is because he was a sacrifice, and before he was crucified, people would sacrifice different animals to God to atone for their sins. So a lot of times it was a lamb, but in this story we're going to be focusing on the birds a little bit more, and another important part to remember is that at this point when he comes into Jerusalem, there are already some higher up people and some people in the church who did not believe he was who he said he was, or in the temples. So when he goes to the temple, that's where our story starts. So I'll start, and then he'll read a little bit, and then I'll read a little bit. Got our children's Bible once again. All right, Jesus in the temple. When Jesus arrived in Jerusalem, he went straight to the temple to observe everything that was happening in the courtyard there. But because it was late in the afternoon, he did not stay long and, with the 12 apostles, returned to Bethany where they spent the night. The next morning, Jesus and his disciples set off once again for Jerusalem. His followers noticed that Jesus was angry and upset about something, and once they arrived at the temple, they found out why.
In the courtyard of the temple, traders had set up market stalls to sell their goods to the pilgrims flooding in to celebrate Passover. The visitors wanted to buy animals or birds to sacrifice to God, and the unscrupulous salesmen were charging high prices and taking advantage of the poor. Tax collectors and money changers also cheated the Jews who had traveled from far away to worship at God's holy place. Other traders were using the courtyard as a shortcut through the city streets and were carrying all kinds of merchandise back and forth.
Jesus could not believe his eyes. He was horrified. This was his Father's house, a holy place built especially for prayer and worship. Yet the temple priests allowed all this shady business to be done within its walls. In a fit of rage, Jesus lashed out at the traders and knocked over their stalls and said, "God said that this was his house and it was to be a house of prayer where people from every nation could come to worship him," cried Jesus. "But you have turned it into a den of thieves." And he drove out the moneylenders and hurled their coins on the floor. The people were amazed at Jesus' courage. He was not afraid to speak the truth and stand up to the priests and the wily tradesmen. The Jewish people understood what he was saying and listened well to his teaching.
But when the chief priests and teachers of the temple heard about this outburst, they were more determined than ever to kill Jesus.
And then, bring it up so you can see the picture of Jesus overturning tables and the birds flying away and the money going flying. Sorry, that was my alarm. Okay, so that is the story of Jesus in the temple. It's sometimes called Jesus cleansing the temple. He's cleaning it out. He's getting rid of all the riffraff.
Goodbye, peoples.
So for this project, really, really simple. Again, it's kind of hard to find stuff that you guys would have at home, but for my Sunday school kids, I'm trying to keep it something that you guys can get some prizes when we get back to church. So,
Prizes.
yeah, right.
I'm definitely doing these.
So what we're doing is we have some paper. You really just need paper, paints, or if you don't have paints, markers, crayons, whatever. Pretty simple. I know you guys have made turkeys in school for Thanksgiving. So it's kind of similar project. You can either trace your hand, which is one way to accomplish this. You go like this.
All you have to do is just trace it.
Trace your hand. And then you turn it into a little birdie. You know? This isn't going to represent a turkey. It's just going to be a bird. Okay? Like that.
Can you see?
I don't know. Can you see it? Yeah.
They can see.
Okay. So you can do that. But what we are going to do, and I have finger paints. If you don't have finger paints, you can use washable paints. Just make sure you're really careful with it. I don't want anyone to get sick. If it's littles, don't use that at all. Just use the crayons. But finger paints everybody can use, even the little ones. So, you're going to start here. What I'm going to do... Oh, actually, do you want to go grab the paint thing?
Yeah. So we can mix colors if we need it.
All right. So, what colors are you thinking, Thomas?
I'm thinking...
Oh, this hand.
Yeah.
Sorry, he's got a Band-Aid on that one.
Yeah, and I also, if I need to like draw the beak, I'm gonna need this hand.
It's good thinking.
And I don't want to get the pencil ruined.
All right. So, what colors are you thinking?
I think red and blue. Red like on like this, like on the lower part of my thing. Then blue on the top, and then for my actual hand. So like red here, blue here, and purple right here.
Okay. So I don't need yellow or orange.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll start.
But we need orange.
Yeah.
Well, we might not, but probably.
We'll start with this. So
we probably won't.
So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit of paint. I do have a cup with water over there as well.
That made a funny noise.
Did it?
It was like...
That was squeezing out. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay, so then I'm just gonna paint it on. You can do it however you'd like. If you want to have it spread out and you just dip your hand in it, whatever works. So what we're gonna just do is we're just gonna make the scene of Jesus cleaning the temple. You know, we're gonna use our handy dandy turkey from Thanksgiving. And we're gonna make a scene around that turkey of Jesus in the temple. So
and we'll turn it not into a turkey anymore.
Yeah, well, it's not gonna be a turkey. It's just gonna be a bird. If I make one, I'll probably make it brown, or if I had different color paper, I might even do a different color paper with white paint. Fortunately, I didn't have any white finger paint.
Oh,
like a dove, you know. I do have different color paper, but
I don't think we have white paint.
So for my Sunday school kids, I'd love to hear what you guys are doing to beat the boredom at home. And your parents have my email and my phone number. Feel free to give me a call or email me. And I've heard some. Let me start over. So yesterday we had a Zoom meeting with the youth group, and I know some of you Sunday schoolers were in that. As far as Sunday school goes, if there's any interest in attempting one of those with Sunday school, I'd be more than happy to do that. I think that would be awesome. Again, I just need to get some feedback. So if you guys want to have your parents email me, or if you guys want to email me, whatever works, you know?
Yeah. I know how to get in contact with her. You guys might not, but I do.
Well, it's easy for him. He doesn't have to go far.
Yeah. I don't have to talk.
All right. So, once I've got the paint all over... I should have got a paper towel for you.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to put it right on there. Squish it down. All right. What's your hand?
The paper came lift up.
All right.
A bird.
I will go get you paper towels.
Please.
And while that's happening, what color do you want for the beak?
Green.
Green beak. All right, so he can work on this while I go grab some paper towels. Careful not to explode paint everywhere. Okay, here you go. You can work on that while I go get this.
So, yeah. The beak. My beak. Ugh. It's kind of hard to paint.
And for those of you in Sunday school, I really encourage creativity, and I really encourage you to use whatever colors you feel like, because it's for you and it's for your family to enjoy. So, it does not matter. We get the point. It doesn't have to be the same colors as what they normally would be, unless you want it to be. It's up to you. It's your picture.
Mine definitely aren't the same color.
So Thomas went a little crazy. Now, we actually did one of these yesterday, so we could let it dry. Okay. And this
is the finished copy. I drew a background of Jesus in the temple. He's smashing the
so
stand.
when your bird is all dry, you can go back. You can add all the details you want to add. It kind of looks like the bird's in the front. You might want to draw it a little higher or have your handprint a little higher so he's flying away. Whatever you want to do. It's again, this is just for you. We're probably going to hang ours up in the window because that's what we do here. So that is our second video for Holy Week. I think tomorrow we probably won't post one, but we will certainly have one on Wednesday, okay? All right. Well, I miss all of my Sunday school kids, and if you're not a Sunday schooler and you're watching this, please let me know what you think, and we'll talk soon.
Yeah.
Bye.